You guys know this is the infamous, the viral G57, aka the LS Swapped G35. And today's video, we're fixing this car up because it needs some love. It needs new spark plugs. It needs new spark plug wires. It needs a heat shield for the fuel line. And a couple other things that we're gonna do in this video to finally fix this car and get it out on the road. Because it's been sitting in this garage and I haven't been driving it. It's been smoking from the tailpipe. I don't know why. It was reading a compression of a 90.
There's no way. Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi.
Hopefully it was just a misfire. Hopefully it was from the bad, oily, dirty spark plugs. And you might be wondering why I'm yelling right now. That's because I got neighbors. But anyways, let's get straight into this video. Fix this damn car, get it on the road, and beat the dog out of it. Because that's what it's built for. And it takes it all day long. I had too much carbs today, my fault, y'all. That's why I got so much energy right now. I'm carbed up. Let's get straight to it and do what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. So I started with the spark plugs, obviously the most obvious place to start, the easiest thing to do. Check the spark plugs, see what's going on. I found some oil in my spark plugs and I started to panic. I said, oh my God, oh no.
God, please, no!
So I went ahead, pulled them all out. I got new spark plugs. I didn't put them in just yet. As you guys can see, boom, a fresh pack of spark plugs. Those just got gapped and now I'm about to put them in the car. And then I found one spark plug boot that was absolutely cooked, destroyed. So the inside of it was shattered or something. I don't know what was going on. I also did a compression test. Shout out to my boy Dino, he came through with the tool. We checked all 7 cylinders and then when we got to the last one, it was reading a compression of a 90. And I started to panic. I was like, oh my God, motor's cooked. But then I realized that we didn't tighten it up all the way. After we plugged it up properly and to make sure it was tight, we tested it one more time and it jumped right back up to 175. Every single cylinder was on point. They read about 180 to 175. Majority of them was at 180, which is pretty good. That's pretty good compression. So I got that out the way. I had to make sure it's not my piston rings because when you see smoke out the back, that's like the worst case scenario. And a quick compression test while I have the spark plugs out couldn't hurt. So, but you guys might be wondering what I'm doing underneath the car. And to answer your question, this thing right here, this is the fuel line. The heat wrap on the fuel line was absolutely cooked. It was destroyed. So I had to replace that. But aside from that, I'm just really excited to drive this car again. 2-3 weeks ago, I noticed this car was not pulling how it should have. It just felt off. Power was not there, and that is when I knew I had to get to work. I had to do something about that. I had to check the car. I had to make sure everything was fine. And now I'm almost finished. I've been taking my time because, you know, I've had work, man. I've been working a lot, if you guys don't know, 12-hour days and stuff like that. So I finally have some time today to work on this car. It's been too long since I've driven this car. Hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully it's running perfect. It's running good. After I put these new spark plugs in, and after we do that, we can hop in the driver's seat and take this thing for a ride. My plan is to finish off these tires, so you guys stay tuned. Now I'm gonna put everything back together and hopefully we can take it for a spin. And I know you guys see the shirt. What do you guys think about this shirt though? It says freedom and you already know what that means. We representing. Let me get this cross membrane bolted back on and we'll get to work, baby. We'll get this car on the road. I just can't wait to go. I just can't wait for that. So stay tuned. Bro, I could be done so much faster if I just organized my tools. When working on cars, sometimes a 30-minute job turns into a 12-hour shift. And here I am trying to fit the spark plug boot in, but I'm having troubles. I think the spark plug boot that I got is too short, so I'm gonna have to order some different spark plug boots. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get all the other spark plugs in, and hopefully we can get this car out of here as soon as possible and step on it. I've been working on this car all day. It's basically done. I just gotta plug in the spark plug wire. Man, I'm exhausted. I haven't ate all day. Now, a lot of people assume that accessing the spark plugs in a swapped vehicle would be difficult. That is not the case with my car because the spark plugs are literally right in front of me. The only two that are a little difficult is the ones in the back, which is why I prefer to access them from the bottom of the car. I'm gonna resume this tomorrow because I'm starving and I'm so hungry and this car has just kicked my ass today.
The next day.
Once I get my hands dirty, I gotta finish the job. or get close as possible.
Yesterday I got most of the spark plugs in, and today I am tackling the fuel line that I mentioned earlier. Now I don't have to do this, but I'm just taking extra precaution. It's really not necessary, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
But what I'm doing here, as you guys can see right there, that's the fuel line. Yo, crank that soldier boy. And I'm dancing on.
Hey, yo, what the f?
You ain't see that coming, did you?
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, wrapping that heat shield was getting on my nerves. Bending over like that was hurting my back. No diddy. So I had to crawl into the engine bay and do what I could. Luckily, I'm almost done, so we're finally about to move on.
Ouch! Man, I cut myself pretty bad. Man, I'm tired of this shit, man. I just want to drive it, bro. Like
3 hours later.
Alright, you guys, so after dibbling and dabbling, I got pretty much everything back in here. The MSD spark plug wires are in, they're fitted. I tightened everything back up. Everything looks good. The fuel line back in there, it's locked in place. Heat wrap, extra heat wrapped, just for safety. And I'm about to fire her up, and we're gonna go from there. There's one last thing that I need to do. The fuel pump wire that I disconnected. So I have to connect this back in here. Yeah, hold on, we're going home.
After a fair amount of work, we're finally about to get our first startup. I've been working on this car since yesterday, so hopefully everything goes well, fingers crossed.
Whew. Bro is cammed. This guy is cammed. Where are you going? I'm trying to goof out. You can hear him cammed. I got a cammed V8 dog. Bro has a cam in him.
Since I did disconnect and reconnect the fuel line, I'm looking underneath to make sure there are no leaks, and I'm also briefly going over the car to make sure everything is good. And now here is the moment of truth. We're gonna go for our first startup. It took us a couple tries to get the car started. Now obviously I was messing with the fuel and fuel lines and the fuel pump. Yes, the car is starting, but it wants to die every single time, and that's probably because it's not getting the right amount of fuel at the current moment. So we kind of have to force the car to stay alive by playing with the gas pedal. And then things took a turn for the worst.
Yo, hold on, there's something smoking, bro. Something's smoking, bro.
For some reason there was smoke in the engine bay, and we really couldn't figure out why. On top of that, we dropped a plastic piece right onto the header, so that didn't help at all. But I'm gonna assume maybe some old oil was on the headers or something, but I don't think it's a big deal, so we're just gonna move forward.
Well, I'm trying to start it. Battery's super low.
And the icing on the cake was my battery. For some reason it was very low, probably because I haven't driven it in a while. So now we're just gonna try and jump it and hope for the best.
A few moments later.
Eventually the car started, but it ran like shit. And to be honest, I don't know why. It kind of sounds like it's still misfiring a little bit. Either that or it's probably the fuel. I busted out my scanner and I couldn't see any codes. So I'm just gonna assume that it's not getting the right amount of fuel, or maybe the fuel in it is very old. At this point, I don't really know what to do, so I'm just gonna keep the car running. I just really want to get this car on the road, man. And it makes me kind of sad because I did all that work and the car still doesn't run that good. But hey, that's just the game we play. So let's go for a drive and see what happens. My scanner with me to do some live data analysis, and honestly everything looks fine. I really didn't know what was going on with this car and it was just making me more upset. So we're gonna start with the fuel. We're gonna get some fresh 93. Okay, let's send it, baby. And I hate to be so obnoxious, but I'm just revving my engine here to see if it's still smoking from the back. So far so good, there's no more smoke coming out the exhaust. I'm just gonna keep driving it, and I hope that it fixes itself, because I really don't know what's going on.
One eternity later.
I decided to reset the battery. I cranked the car up and it started immediately. I guess I just had to reset the battery. Right now it runs really good. It's running really good right now. I also fixed the exhaust leak, so it sounds a lot better. There's still some rattling going on. I gotta fix that part, but there she is. You're not gonna know until you drive it and kind of get on it. So let's go for a drive and see how it feels.
I was trying really hard not to send it because this car just be asking for it, but I had to give it a little bit of the beans. Keep in mind, I haven't driven this car in like 2 to 3 weeks. So far, everything looks good. I think the car fixed itself, or maybe me resetting the battery did it.
Scared to like punch on it, because what if it's running lean, you know? We have some good news. I think it's running good. Let's give her a rip. It's been a couple weeks, so the smile on my face says it all. Okay, so fuel trim levels are good under wide open throttle. I think we might be good. Everything looks cool. Should we give it another rip? Oil pressure is good. So
And that is gonna conclude today's video. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you made it this far, drop a like, comment, subscribe, because you're a real one. Let me know if you like this type of content so I can make more of it. Love you guys for watching. Drive safe out there. Catch you guys in the next one.